Hello my data buddies. So if you are someone who is coming from basic data engineering background and in your experience so far you have just worked on-premises infrastructure or clouds like Azure or GCP, and now you also want to master the AWS side of the data engineering, then you are definitely watching the right video, because in today's video I am going to share that extensive roadmap, or you can say step-by-step AWS services which you definitely need to cover to call yourself AWS data engineer. And most importantly, what type of AI related services on AWS you also need to know, because that is something we can't ignore nowadays. And I am telling you an honest experience here based on my 10 years of experience in data engineering. If your whole and sole target is the product based companies, then majority of those companies are on the AWS, right? So by any chance you are on a different cloud platform, that is good. It will be very easy for you to pivot yourself on the AWS side, and that would be a good decision as well if your target is product based companies. Because in my experience, I worked at Paytm, they were extensively using the AWS, and prior to my current company I was working at 𝗝cie_𝗶𝗶, they were also using AWS, and now at 𝗝ecie as well I have built solution for multiple users and they are also using AWS. So watch it till the end and hit the subscribe button to keep on getting such type of content. Also, I'm thinking about starting a new AWS Bytes kind of series where I'll be sharing the practical examples of small things around the AWS for the data engineering. So planning for it, let me know in the comment. You can comment AWS Bytes and it will give me the idea what the response is. All right, so here is your detailed AWS services for data engineering with AI roadmap. So let's talk about each and every layer. So the very first layer is going to be about the fundamental services, which again very important. And here you need to focus on S3, IAM, VPC, CloudWatch and the KMS, like for the data storage and creating the permissions roles, coming to VPC like virtual private cloud for the networking, CloudWatch for all the logging and monitoring part, and the KMS for all the encryption and decryption of the data. So this is going to be your foundation to get started with it. And then coming on to the layer 2, where you need to focus about those AWS services which are related to the ingestion part. Okay, so here the things like Kinesis for the streaming ingestion and the MSK, right, the managed Kafka server, right? So you can spin up a Kafka which is completely hosted on the AWS, so that is what you can use. And the DMS, basically this is going to be used for the database to database sort of migrations if you have to do that sort of thing, and very helpful for the change data capture kind of scenarios, right, where the frequent CRUD operations are happening on your database tables and you want to capture all of them. So very common data engineering pipeline pattern need to be solved with the help of this one. Then coming to the app flow, so this is also very helpful, and I personally used it when I was working at Amazon, right? So for the 2 years extensively I built a lot of data engineering solutions just using the AWS services. And one of the common use cases I solved where some of our data on the Salesforce, which is basically a SaaS platform, and we had to bring that kind of data on the different frequencies, real time, batch, near real time, into our data warehouse like Redshift. So Airflow is that kind of service which helps you to bring the data from the SaaS application into your internal systems. So very helpful, and these are the services can be used for the ingestion part. So this is all about the layer 2. And let's say you want to kickstart your career in the data and AI engineering. You want to learn it from basic to advanced just through practical and the industry level projects. So that is the thing I have solved on my platform Grow Data Skills, and same extensive roadmap, right, with practical and with proper industrial project I am teaching from basic to advanced here. So you can definitely join it. Or if you want to learn the complete data engineering with Azure, with AWS, right, you don't know even the D of data engineering, does not matter from which background you are coming in, or if you want to get started in the AI engineering or the data analytics or the data science, I have built everything for you. Everything is gonna be from basic to advanced, proper doubt support and the placement assistance, and everything is going to be taught in the full depth. You can see even the curriculum, that how every class I have described here, and I am deep diving into the minor and really important concepts. So this is how everything, every single bootcamp has been designed. And as I said, the proper assistance, proper doubt support and for every module, dedicated interview preparation guide, plus the moderate to hard level assignments to validate your learning. So if you also want to kickstart your data engineering or AI engineering journey from today itself, then do sign up for it and you will feel worth every penny. And most important part, I have made my 10 years of data engineering knowledge access very affordable. And once you sign up for it, you will see the worth of it and you will feel the best investment you have done in your career as of now. So hurry up and visit Grow Data Skills right now. And if you want to have a chat and want to discuss anything with me, feel free to give me a call or WhatsApp DM on this number. Coming to the layer 3, which is all about the storage, what all things you can use for different purpose. So S3 is definitely going to be the first one here for the storage part, to store any sort of data and used as the data lake. You can store unstructured, semi-structured or fully structured data here. Coming to Redshift, which is basically your data warehousing service, and obviously you are going to ingest data into it and then you can perform the heavy analytical queries with the help of this. Or if you want to compare it, so on the enterprise level you have Snowflake for the warehousing. Coming to the DynamoDB, which is basically a NoSQL database available on AWS, so that is what we use. Coming on to the transactional databases services, for that one we use the RDS, right? You can spin up any RDS instance which can have different SQL engine like the Oracle or the MS SQL Aurora as well, which is just a wrapper or the enhanced version of the MySQL or Postgres natively on the AWS. Then the SQS and SNS, these are used for all the pub/sub kind of use cases where you have to publish the data and that needs to be subscribed by multiple consumers. So this is all about the storage layer. Now the layer 4, which is all about processing. So here the super important part is going to be the Glue ETL. Okay, and you can compare it with like Azure Data Factory. So that is what you need to focus on. You need to get a good mastery of the Glue. Then EMR, like the managed Hadoop cluster, so that is pretty important for building all your data pipelines. Then Athena, like to query or to perform the analytical queries on the data which is at rest, like the data lakes. S3, or performing the federated queries on the Redshift or the RDS instances. Then the Lambda, right, to perform the lightweighted processings. Okay, so it's a serverless compute service, so very important for the processing aspect. Now the orchestration layer, what you are going to use here, so managed Airflow, that is what can be used. And natively, if you want to use something just to orchestrate the different AWS services with the help of API calls, so step function is going to be really helpful here. And then coming on to the event bridge, where you can use a lot of things. I mean, the scheduling part, building the event bridge pipe to sync the data from one source to another destination. So for that purpose, the event bridge can be used. The next one is all about the data governance, how we can do that. So for that, on AWS, we use the Glue data catalog heavily, and then coming on to the lake formation and Glue data quality to perform all the data quality related checks on different data sets. So this is all about the governance layer. And then the AI ML for the data engineers, right? Those kind of services which we need to focus on for the AI solutioning part on AWS. So Bedrock is going to be there, pretty important. Then SageMaker, heavily used, and then Comprehend. Then for the deployment part, right, when you have created all your projects, right, you have created the entire cloud native pipeline on the AWS, then how you are going to perform all the deployment stuff, CI/CD from dev to stage to prod. So for that one, code pipeline and code build, right, that is the thing we use in the AWS for the deployment part. So this is going to be your exact roadmap and the step-by-step services which you need to follow. And I have also shared the public link for this mind map in the description. You can definitely check it out and save it for the future. So that is pretty much I had for all of you in this amazing AWS data engineering roadmap. I hope you have taken the note of it. If not, then the link for this mind map in the description. Do check it out and save it for later. And if you found it informative, then don't hesitate to give it a like. That will definitely motivate me. And if you have any thoughts and questions, then do put it in the comment. I will definitely respond on that. And if you're new to my channel, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and plus the notification icon to access such type of content around the data and AI. So I will see you really soon with another amazing video. Till then, just keep exploring. data.